Hey guys, this is Rochelle. I'm going to do a training for you guys on Google Forms. This is definitely something that you want to make sure you're doing in your virtual parties, like ASAP, if you haven't already been doing that. And if you haven't already, then it's not too late. You can still go back to, go back to old parties and plug this into the party and or with the host. I'll explain a little bit about that in a few minutes here. So you may be wondering, why do I need to do this? So it's basically like a survey for your guests and the host. They can fill it out too, but a survey for your guests that you want to make sure that they complete to give you leads for bookings, recruits. You can find out what's on the top of people's wish lists, see if people plan to order. So I'm going to kind of go over the questions that I ask in my Google form, and then I'll explain a little bit about why I use or have each of those questions in it. So I'll just go through that now. So first I ask their first and last name. Obviously, we want to know who they are. And then the next question I ask is, if you got a $250 shopping spree with Pampered Chef, what's 1 to 3 items you would get? And this can help you get a little bit of people's wish lists. And when you have somebody's wish list, you can target them more strategically. If somebody's like, oh my God, I need new pots and pans, like, oh my gosh, hello, like next month the host special is cookware, so you could easily be like, oh my gosh, let's totally get your pans hooked up, just to kind of give you an idea of how you can use somebody's wish list to your advantage. And so I actually put that question right after their name, because when you post the link in a party or on Facebook, it will show you the first couple questions right there without even clicking on it. It'll show you. And before I had the next question was the second question. It's, do you plan on ordering from this party? I was like, I don't want people to see that that's what I'm asking before they even click on it. So I moved the wish list question up, and then I say, do you plan on ordering from this party? Yes, exclamation mark. Don't close this party without me, smiley face. No, sad face. Or already did, big smiley face. And I'll share my Google survey with you guys, so you can have so you can actually see the questions. And then I ask for the email, their phone, whose party they're a part of, if they're interested in earning free product, and the options I give are OMG yes, exclamation mark, and like all caps, and then the other option is nah, I like paying full price. And then the next question is, if your host decides to become a Pampered Chef consultant, would you be willing to help her kick off her help her get kicked off by throwing a practice party for her and earning free products in exchange? And you can use this question to convert a host into a consultant. Because if 10 people fill out this survey and 3 people are like, yes, I would totally do that, then boom, you could be like, look girl, you already have 3 bookings, let's do this. So I do yes, no, and maybe for those options. And then the next question, actually the last question is, I want more, and you don't want this to be too long because you want to make sure people fill it out. But I want more information on, check all that apply, Facebook catalog party, fundraising party, cooking party, bridal shower party, earning extra income for new car, vacation, holiday shopping, your wedding, anything else, product questions, or I don't need anything at this time. And then just the last thing is any other questions or comments. So that is what I have on my Google form. So there's definitely some targeted questions, and then that last one, for them to check all that they apply. it's really exciting when somebody fills out that and they put that they want to earn extra income. I'm like, yes, so exciting. And I mean, obviously if they want to do a party too, but yeah, so that is what I have on my Google form. And so if you have parties that you have already ran, and you could create 2 surveys. You can create like a past host one, or I guess a past party or whatever. You don't have to call it something different in order to send it to them, or say that it's past party. But anyways, I would do one different if you're gonna like put it out towards like people that you've already done parties with. And then a different one for people going forward, because you'd want to phrase it a little bit differently, like, who was your host, or, just kind of like putting everything in the past tense, and asking pretty much almost the same questions, except you wouldn't ask, I guess you could ask, did you order on this party, instead of do you plan to? And I feel like all the other questions could pretty much be about the same. But so really, if you created one for like, past parties, you could go post it into those parties and say, again, like offer a giveaway, a raffle for anybody who fills it out. And then you could also, another idea is to give it to that former host, your past host, and say, I'm going to give you a prize if you get 10 of your friends to fill this out, who the key is that they had to have been on the party or ordered. So have them go send it out to everybody. And you have a prize for them for if they get, so like I would say at least 10 people to fill it out, they get a prize. Or, if they get like 7 people to fill out, it's like a small prize, and then 10 is a bigger prize, whatever. But you definitely want to incentivize people to fill it out, and also the host to like push it out to their friends to fill out. And basically, and you want to, send a little message, obviously, with it, instead of just, you don't want to just send the survey. So, let's see here. But basically, over time, like, if you started just throwing this into your parties right now, in a matter of weeks, you could have dozens, if not like over 100 people filling the survey out. So, it's a really awesome tool for, having the bookings just come to you without having to go out and ask them. And I mean, I have hundreds of people that have filled it out, but the biggest thing is getting people to fill it out. So that's why you really want to incentivize people to fill it out. So that's why I mentioned like doing the special drawing. And if you're like having your past host send this out to their friend, like the people that were on their party, and you get bookings from that, like that host is going to get a half price item from everybody's party. So it's like, that's another incentive really for the host to, so yeah, sure, you give them a little gift, a season's best or whatever, but remind them that if any of their friends decide that they want to book a party, that they're going to get a half off item from it. And you could even say like, or give them the words to use, saying like, hey Sally, thanks so much for joining in my party last month. It was so much fun. Rochelle made it super easy. I barely did anything, and I got, $40 in free product or whatever. Like, you can kind of like give them those words to use, to make it sound like, and then like, if you can fill out this survey, I get a prize or something, just like give them some words to use to share with their friends on getting them to fill out the survey. As well as, I guess, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you could say, you could give a prize out to anybody that fills it out, even in like the past tense. Even if it was a past party, you can still pop a season's best in the mail to them. So really they could say, like, you can incentivize the host as well as passing that incentive along to the guests who could also get a freebie if they fill it out. And obviously that would probably just be a drawing, so it's not like you would give one out to everybody that completed it. And as I was putting this training together, I was thinking about other questions you could add or toss in there or swap out along the lines of the wish list. And that could be like, what's one thing in your kitchen that needs to be replaced? And then you could, like, in parentheses, like, example, pans, a knife set, or baking dishes. And then, or another question is, what's one thing that your kitchen is missing? Pressure cooker, knife set, good pans, electric wine opener, like, kind of like, give, like, in parentheses, like, give them a couple, ideas. And then, like, obviously that's like a fill in the blank or a fill in or, little short answer. So your homework is this is how you're going to find the instructions on how to set up a Google form. So if you literally just Google end of the show drawing and, like, Google, like, and then click on videos, and it's like the first video that comes up. It's like a kind of purple, or you could Google, like, Pampered Chef, Google form. Either way, it will bring up a YouTube video that will show you how to set it up. So go get those set up ASAP, plug them into your parties like yesterday. And then if you have not been doing this in your last parties, just create a little separate one to send out to those hosts and incentivize them to get their people to fill it out, as well as maybe throwing an extra little prize at, one lucky winner that fills it out. So hope this is helpful, and you have 24 hours to do your homework. No, I don't know. Kristen maybe will be assigning that timeline, but thanks so much. I'll see you later.